Hey H2Okies, Coach Jen here, coming to you for this week's Coach's Corner. I'm going to talk to you today about breathing. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about the way yoga breathing and swim breathing kind of overlap. And there are some similarities there that I've just been thinking about that make our yoga really even more significant. I know Coach Ella talked last week about why the yoga poses are so good for your swimming. And I just wanted to reinforce the way that breathing in yoga reinforces breathing in swimming. So those two things are very similar because both in yoga and in swimming, our breath is rhythmic, it is intentional, and it is coordinated with movement. So if you think about those two things, they really reinforce each other. So when we practice those types of breathing techniques in yoga, that can really reinforce your breathing for swim. Another thing that's really important to know about breathing is that it can help you stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. So you probably already know that breathing is both voluntary and involuntary. So when you don't think about it, when you're busy or when you're sleeping, then your brain takes over and you continue to breathe because it can be involuntary. But then when you do think about it, you can influence the way you breathe. You can construct the way you breathe to help or hurt whatever you're doing with your body. So it's voluntary and it's involuntary. But the other thing is that breathing can help you stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. So your nervous system that is responsible for rest and recovery and rejuvenation. That is your parasympathetic nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight nervous system. And I think a lot of people live in that nervous system a lot of the time. So if you think about if you're busy during the day, and I know right now not a lot of us are busy during the day, but in our regular life, when we're busy, we're kind of in that fight or flight or ready state. So our sympathetic nervous system is very active because it's getting us ready to tackle whatever it is we need to tackle. So that's normal. But when we're ready to settle down, when we're ready to be quiet or still, or go to sleep at night, it's important that we have some tools to stimulate the other nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps you slow down, release stress, and get calm. So I want to give you the biggest way, the quickest way to stimulate that parasympathetic nervous system is through deep breathing. So I wanted to give you two different breath techniques to help you stimulate that nervous system for rest and recovery. So we've done these in yoga, but I just wanted to do them with you today in Coach's Corner, so you'll have them as a tool for use whenever you need them. So the first thing I want you to do is take a comfortable seat. Make sure you're sitting all the way up. Take one hand lightly on your belly, one hand lightly on your chest. Softly close your eyes and just take a few breaths in and out through your nose with your mouth closed. So for these first few rounds of breath, there's not much you need to do, but breathe. And then just start to notice whether you feel mainly the hand that's on your belly or the hand that's on your chest moving with your breath. And then if you mainly feel the hand that's on your chest rising and falling with your breath, see if you can begin to move the hand that's resting on your belly. So you'll probably still feel some movement in your chest, and that's normal. That's good. That means you're taking big breaths. And just take one more breath here, just like you are. And then release your hands, keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands down to your legs, either palms up or palms down. Continue to sit tall. Continue to keep your eyes closed. And then we're going to take the second technique is equal breathing. So as you inhale, silently, slow count in your head up to maybe 4 or 5 or 6. And then as you exhale, try to match that same slow count. And then for these last few rounds of breath, see if you can stretch out your exhales. So your exhales are a little longer than your inhales. So if you're inhaling to a slow count of 5, maybe try to exhale to a slow count of 8 or 9 or 10. Take one more breath here, one more full inhale, one more long, slow exhale. And then softly open your eyes. Thank you for joining me for this. I hope that this is a tool you can use anytime you need to chill out, and I'm hoping to see you soon.